Hey, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Raven cosplay. If you guys are following along, I hope it's been easy for you, because I know it hasn't been easy for me. Wow, I'm not going to keep saying this, but I'm going to say it one more time. This has been such a learning curve for me. So there's not much to say here, but I'll link everything down in the description below. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. If I could do something better, or if you have a better tip, please tell me, because this one worked my nerves more than the hood did. So let's watch this unfold. I'll see you guys back in a few minutes. First, I measured which size I'd like for the gem on the chest. Then I measured for the belt, which was the 3rd largest sphere, and the 4th largest sphere was for the hands. Next, I followed the steps on the resin kit. Also, if it says stir for 5 minutes, please do. You want to make sure that the mixture is complete. Please wear gloves. I'm a horrible person and I just didn't care, but the effects if resin gets on your skin is no joke. I only made 4 gems because the reference picture I had used only had 4, but 4 or 5 gems should do just fine. Most resins need about 24 hours to dry. I only had 1 mold, so this took me a couple days to make. Make sure to check your mold within 5 minutes after pouring. Air bubbles will appear and you'll have to burn them out. These are the materials you'll need for the next half. EVA foam dowels. You can make your own if you have EVA foam. I will link a video in the description below if you want to watch that, but I didn't, so I had to buy some. A hairdryer or a heat gun will work. Contacts, cement glue, paint brushes, painter tape, plasti dip. This is not the right one, but a simple plain black plasti dip will work. Gold paint, and I used a varnish to seal it and give it a shine, and a gold chain. Next, grab the foam dowels, cut them to fit your gems. Heat up the mold. Then wrap them around your gems to warm them up a little bit more to make sure that it will take its shape. Then cut off excess dowels that you don't need. Take the cement glue, add a thin layer on, allow to dry a little before you place it together. I heat dried it to further the process along. Once basically dry, put together. Please be careful while using the glue. Make sure to follow the directions on the can you get. Repeat this for all the steps of the gems. Throughout this, I did have a friend help me craft. She wanted to learn this as well since we will be doing a Starfire cosplay for her, and she's really handy for when I'm overthinking in my projects and she gets me out of my head. Off camera, I taped the gems with the painter's tape. I forgot to mention that I ended up using molding foam as well, so here you see me ripping off small pieces, wetting them and smoothing them along the seam to give it a little more security and a seamless look. Let dry for at least a day, but make sure to check with the directions you have on your materials. Off camera, once again, I dried and sanded down the foam. It wasn't the best, you'll see later on, but it works for now. Outside, or if you have a spray booth, spray on an even coat of plasti dip. Wait about 30 seconds and then spray again. I sprayed about 3 coats. Make sure you get all the areas. Allow to dry for a minimum of 4 hours, but I waited a day just in case. Then I painted them gold. I applied 3 coats of gold, waiting a couple minutes in between applications. add the varnish. I did about 2 coats, allowing a couple minutes to dry in between as well. Off camera, I measured the gold chain to my waist and tied it with an elastic tie for now. I removed the gems slowly from the foam and then the tape from the gems. After that, I painted 1 coat of the foam inside just in case it would show gold instead of black if the foam didn't align with the gem correctly. While doing this, my friend worked on the belt. She works on jewelry a lot, so she knew what she was doing more than I did. Of course, I didn't get good footage until it was almost too late, so I'm sorry. She opened the link where I had marked with the elastic tie and removed the last few inches by stretching open the link with pliers. Then flatten the chain so it wouldn't get twisted. Reconnected the links through the other end and squeezed them with pliers so it would be tight. Using construction adhesive, we applied some to the base of the gems and rubbed it in to get a better seal instead of using hot glue, but you're welcome to use hot glue. I just don't have a hot glue gun that's good. Next, laying the chain flat, we measured out where the gems were going to go, then laid the chain on top. Sealing it again with the construction adhesive. Using an old pin brooch, we applied that to the gem that will go on your chest. Allow this to dry for 48 hours if you use this method. Sorry the camera's out of focus, but here's a photo of what I'm talking about. So here's my finished product. I hope you like it. So that was it. What'd you think? Easy? Yeah. I wished. A couple things I do differently. There's probably a lot more that I'm naming right now, but these are the only ones I could think of on the top of my head. One, wear gloves. I didn't think about that one. Two, allowing the cement glue to dry completely. Oh my. I have no patience. None. I want it now. Done. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be done. Like, the waiting period for anything for me, like I will pay more to go in store and buy something so I don't have to wait for it to get to me. Like if I order online, waiting is the hardest part for me. Removing the gems from the foam before I sprayed it with Plasti Dip probably would have been a good idea. I don't know what I was thinking. It's gonna mold to it. I don't know. Removing the gems would have allowed me to get the coat inside, and it made a better finish, because when I removed the gems from the foam, it actually left this like gross sticky stuff on there that we had to cut off eventually. I did not show that in the film because I'm telling you guys my mistakes now, so hopefully you'll learn. Number 4 would be getting a dermal. Nope, I call them that all the time. I had dermals, I want a Dremel. Getting a Dremel is probably my next step. It's really good for sanding down the EVA foam. I've watched a lot of videos on that, and I mean, I was using sandpaper and it was not fun. It was terrible. You couldn't get a good grip on it. It doesn't hug the foam like you want it to. So getting a Dremel would probably be my next purchase besides a hot glue gun, because I have a shit glue gun, but just gonna throw that away for now. Don't worry about it. And then the 5th thing I want to work on is recording more for you guys so you can see more. This one I did a lot of off-camera stuff that I felt bad after when I was editing it all together, because you guys didn't get to see so much. So my goal is to make sure, even if it's a little step, just whether I film it with my phone or my camera, just do it, get it done, get it out of the way. So that's my apology to you guys. If you do need extra steps placed in, let me know. I will work on it. I can re-edit it to where I redo it and it's in there. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope it works out well for you. If you do it better than me, I'd love to see those photos. Please send them my way. I'll link my Instagram down below. Please consider liking and subscribing for future videos, especially if you want to see the finished cosplay. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye.